Welcome back to The Average Drinker. I'm Dara, I'm your average drinker, and today is another part of my tour of Scotland, and I am so excited for it because this time I'm going back to Islay, but instead of doing the peated, I'm like the standard peated like I did before, I'm doing the standard, not standard, but non-peated, 2 of the non-peated offerings. Wow, that was a mouthful. So, tour of Scotland, non-peated, from Islay. I have 2 of them, and these are 2 of my favorite whiskeys of all time. 2 of my favorite scotches for sure. Maybe not like the number 1 scotches, but they're like right up there with my favorite scotches of all time. And what I have for you today is over here on the right, I have the Bruichladdich Classic Laddie, and on the left, I have the Bunnahabhain 12-year. Both absolutely delicious pours. I am crazy about them. So now it's time to dive in and let me tell you a little bit about these and why I like them so much. So on the right here, like I said, I have the Bruichladdich Classic Laddie. Love this bottle. It's one of the coolest looking bottles out there, mainly because of the color. I love the color of this. It reminds me of like going to the sea, deep sea, but it also reminds me of a Tiffany's box, which I guess that's the girl in me, right? I don't know, but all right, so this one comes in at 100 proof. Let me double check. Yes, 100 proof. And it's just such an enjoyable pour on the nose. It's so bright, so sweet, very, very sweet. I get like apple juice, like literally apple juice. Pears, like ripe green apples, just springtime. Really, it just smells like you're just hanging out in a field of wildflowers. Get a little vanilla. It just smells so pleasant on the nose. And honestly, it's just as pleasant on the palate. Let me take a swig here. It's so nice. It's so sweet, but also just, it's balanced and delicate. And you get a little bit of a light spice on the very back end that's nice. Like just a hint, but mostly, it's just that really sweet and warm apples, apple juice, the pears, and it's just a really nice, kind of like a little bit of a florally taste, like maybe some cherry blossom. So I really love it because it makes me think of springtime. And it's one of those that I'll definitely be drinking in the spring, but honestly, I'm going to drink this one year round. It just has a nice warm long finish. You get those vanilla flavors. And really what stands out to me in this one is apple juice. But not like the fake, like, I don't know, the concentrated fake apple juice. It's more of like a fresh squeezed is that Granny Smith? I think it's Granny Smith apple. And it's just really ripe and delicious. I also get the slightest bit of salt, like sea salt. And I like that. It comes through on the very back end of this one. The flavor just stays there for so long, and it's, I feel like I'm just still just chewing on it. So I love this one. Delicious, the Bruichladdich Classic Laddie. And that's why I'm going to go ahead and give this one 3.5 corks. It's great. I would highly recommend it if you like scotch, especially unpeated scotch, non-peated scotch, however you say that. Really good, and I love it. So there's the first one. Now, let's move on to something completely different in this second one. The Bunnahabhain 12-year. This one is like, it's so incredible. It's way more complex. And honestly, it's just a little bit different. So when people like are trying to journey from bourbon into scotch, a lot of people say Bunnahabhain 12-year is a perfect scotch to do that with because it's finished in sherry cask. It has so much rich flavor, like oakiness and like just, it's cherries and dark fruits, and it's just so nice. It's just really, really nice. And that's why I love this one so much. It's just such, I gotta sniff this one again. Oh yeah. Dark cherries and cranberries, pomegranates, just all those really juicy dark fruits, but it's just so rich on the nose. A little bit of like vanilla. Yeah, that's really nice. It's really nice, really rich. It's so delicious. Like the smell of it is just so much richer than the Bruichladdich Classic Laddie, but it also has a little bit of this, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a little bit not as sweet, a little drier, but not in a bad way. Like, it just dry, rich, sweet, almost like, I can't say wine because it's not like that. It's more of like just like a dark cherry fruit, not grape juice, but super nice on the nose. Now let's give it a swig here. Holy moly, that is dang good. That's so freaking delicious. I love it. The flavors just sit there and they just soak and they just go from the front to the middle palate to the back palate. They warm down, not like a Kentucky hug, just like a nice warm finish, and you get those same dark fruits that you got on the nose, on the palate, but then it warms into this slightest, and I mean like the absolute slightest, like just a little bit of smoke, not like peat smoke, tiny bit of smoke, and then on the very, very back end, right before you come out with this sweet finish, is a hint of like pepper, just barely any pepper, but it's then it comes back out and you can continue to taste those darker fruits that I love so much from this one, especially that dark cherry, the cranberry, just so nice. And it does not dry out. Just, it's a lovely finish and I love it so much. And that's why I got to take another swig. And then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to give this one. So good. I'm going to go ahead and give this one 4 corks out of 5. So this one, 3.5 corks out of 5. 4 corks out of 5 on the Bunnahabhain 12-year. And I just like it just a little bit more for the richness and the boldness of this one. So it fits my profile a little bit more because you've heard me say in the past, I tend to like things that are a little bit darker or spicier. And I think Bill actually likes the Bunnahabhain 12-year a little bit more than the Classic Laddie. Might be wrong, but usually he likes the sweeter stuff more. So they're both great pours. This one, if you like really sweet stuff, I would go with this one, like vibrant, sweet. This reminds me of more of like a dark, rich fullness. So both of them have great body. Both of them have nice complexity. This one a little bit more complexity on it. And I just love them so much. And that is my Tour of Scotland Islay non-peated review for you. I love it. I'm so excited for it. And there's going to be more in this Tour of Scotland. We'll see where we land. But be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll be back with so much more of The Average Drinker. See you next time.